Newsflash, One Punch Man thinks you're an idiot. Now, of course, I don't mean like the story. Saitama doesn't think you're an idiot, he doesn't even know you. Neither does One or Murata. Again, they don't know you. But considering the latest update we got for Season 3 of One Punch Man at Anime Japan, this convention that's happening in Japan right now, I can come up with no other conclusion than the fact that One Punch Man, or more precisely the powers that be that control the property, does not give a damn about its fanbase and just think they're a bunch of morons. Or else the product they put out at this convention would not be what it is. So like I just said, Anime Japan is happening right now, and for those of you who don't know what that is, Anime Japan is one of the largest annual anime conventions in the entire world. These events are usually used by anime studios to make big announcements for new anime or new seasons, have like these stage events where the voice actors can interact with fans, and of course push their merch. I think it's second to only Jump Festa, which happens in December or January, I believe, and it's massive. It's a big stage for many of these big studios to unveil new trailers, new visuals, generally just have big announcements for their next big projects. Well, Season 3 of One Punch Man has an exhibit at this convention, and we've known about this for quite some time, at least the people that are like obsessed with every single bit of One Punch Man news like I am. Those of us that were waiting for this event were super excited to hear of any kind of new updates for the season, whether it be a new key visual and trailer, because the last ones that they came out with a couple weeks ago were, in my opinion, very, very bad. Like, the key visual itself is literally just a copy and paste of all the character designs they've been revealing over the last few months. It's literally nothing new, and the promo video that came out with it has had its fair share of controversy, to say the least. Apparently only being worked on by one single animator and being made separate from the entirety of the anime itself. So what you saw in that promo video is more than likely not what's even in the actual season. That left a sour taste in a lot of fans' mouths, including myself. Pause. But hey, at least we had Anime Japan to look forward to, right? Like, we had to get some kind of news with Anime Japan, right? But first, if you love collecting manga or just love the feel of reading manga in physical form, which is super underrated by the way, then Manga Mart is going to be your best friend, because just look at this. Manga Mart's a family-owned store run by people that love anime and manga just like us, and wanted to create a way for us to buy manga online easily and at amazing discounts. They know collecting a full volume set can get pretty pricey, so that's why all the manga in their store is at least 20% off retail price. And this is every single day, with 25% off pre-orders and 30% off box sets. What's even crazier though is that shipping is free for orders over $100, not including box sets, and orders made outside of Texas pay no sales tax, which is another discount in and of itself. They also have a back order system where you can lock in their everyday low prices on sold out volumes and get them as soon as 10 business days. Everything in this store is already a hot deal, but it can get even hot dealier, I guess, if you use my discount codes at checkout. You can use discount code Anime Anxiety for 5% off pre-orders, bringing the total discount for those up to 30%, and code Anxiety Box for 15% off box sets, making them 45% off at checkout. Click the link in my description so you can get some new volumes and box sets for your manga shelf, but not go broke doing it. But back to the video. Well, no. In those three categories that I mentioned earlier when it comes to anime studios taking advantage of this event to kind of showcase various things, whether it be big announcements, do stage events with voice actors, or push merchandise, One Punch Man definitely got involved in one of those, and it's not the ones that we wanted. Literally what it seems to be at this moment is that the One Punch Man display by Bandai Namco at Anime Japan is simply a glorified merch stand. They're either selling or giving away these Saitama face fans. They made the terrible decision of putting the promotional video on a screen for people to watch at the event. They of course have the aforementioned key visual, and honestly probably the coolest thing about this whole exhibit is this full art design of Genos, where we get to see what his new design is going to look like in Season 3. At least we get that, because what we did end up getting in this like booklet or pamphlet, where we're supposed to get some apparent new information about the next season, it's apparently just like a conglomerate of all the information we were already given since Season 3 was announced. They mentioned that it's coming out in October 2025, we already knew that. It gives a list of all the voice actors that are going to be involved, which honestly we already knew that because we watched the first and second seasons. And it has a little portion essentially glazing itself for its 10th anniversary. No new visuals, no new trailer as of yet, just simply doing what the people that are in charge of this IP have consistently done for the past like 10 years now. And that is completely fumble a beloved IP. They didn't even announce a director, and I cannot stress enough how important it is that like they have not announced one yet when the season is like 6 months from coming out. That is such a weird aspect of all this that I feel like not that many people are talking about, or I guess a lot of people are probably talking about it at this point because there's a lot of complaints going around about this season at this point. And the reason I said at the top that One Punch Man thinks you're an idiot is because I actually found this tweet as I was scouring for as much information I could about this convention. Someone was pretty much saying like, don't waste your time translating this information that's apparently been given at the convention. It's all information that we've already heard before, and they're just repurposing it and rewrapping it. And essentially, at least to me and to this commenter, this is them saying that they think that the fan base is stupid enough to not notice that this information is not new at all. Or they just simply don't care, which honestly, I can see either one. I mean, we do not need any more fucking merch. We don't need any more stupid announcements about the 10th anniversary. We know how long it's been since we got that peak season 1, okay? You don't have to keep reminding us about it. That was a peak season. We know. It's just, oh man, like even as I'm recording this, I'm just so heated for no reason, even though I already knew this information like a couple hours ago. And I feel like at this point, I'm just like the resident whiner of the One Punch Man community or something, because honestly, I'm just like every single video I've made about One Punch Man lately has just been complaining about either the manga or the anime. And I just want to make this clear with you guys that I want to love what's going on with the anime. I want to love what's going on with the manga. This is one of my most beloved properties of all time. Like not just anime, not just manga. One Punch Man is one of the top 5 pieces of media I've enjoyed most my entire life. So I'm very passionate about anything that is One Punch Man, whether it be the good or the bad. If this display had some kind of new information, some director announcement, some kind of new trailer to kind of get excited about, I would be full on Gunnar Glaze mode with One Punch Man, okay? But right now, what it's consistently been putting out is not good. Whether it be the 3rd version of the same arc that we've been in for the past like year and a half, or the complete and utter incompetency of whoever is running this anime. At this point, I'm fully convinced that whoever's at the top, whoever the executives are running all this stuff, running the show for One Punch Man, I assure you have literally never seen the anime, never read the manga, and could give a shit about the property itself. Because there's no way that people that at least care would do such a poor job at pushing this property. Now look, I could be completely wrong in like the matter of a day. There's still another day for the convention to continue. Maybe on the 3rd day they'll have some kind of announcement that we weren't aware of. They'll change the display around to have some kind of new trailer. I don't know, like I genuinely hope that I'm wrong and I can look back at this video and be like, wow, I'm an idiot. I made that way too soon. I would be much happier than that than continuing to be just straight up annoyed with everything that's gone on. Please prove me wrong. But that being said as well, I don't want to make this channel like primarily just a poo-poo downer channel. I do talk a lot of One Punch Man here, so I want to keep things positive for the community. I don't want to just sit here 24/7 shitting on the property that I supposedly love. Nobody needs that right now. They're getting enough of it from the people that are running the series. So I decided that this is probably going to be my final video covering anything negative or speaking super negatively about the series in general. I'll save that stuff for my community posts here. One Punch Man is what it is because of its loyal fans. It's very, very passionate fans. Although we haven't gotten any new anime in like 5 years from this series and the manga seems to be at a complete standstill pretty much, the One Punch Man community is still one of the most active in the manga and anime space. The fans deserve more. They deserve much, much more than what they're getting right now. And I hope that you guys understand that this is me coming from a place of like genuine passion and care for the series itself. I want to see it do well. I want to see the fans be excited about it, and I just want it to live to its full potential. However, realizing how much of a downer I've been on the series lately has made me realize that I really have not put out as much like quality One Punch Man content as I used to, or at least what I call quality. That's up to you guys to decide if it is or not. So I'm also happy to announce that I'm going to be making much more long form videos on this channel like I used to. So look forward to that. And if you're new to this channel and you only know me for complaining about One Punch Man, I promise I do talk positively about it from time to time. And I want to hear what kind of new One Punch Man type content you guys want to see in the comments below. That's it for this one though. Have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.